Ghana is the 7th African country to discover the Anopheles Stephensi. Even though malaria data covering the period of its discovery is not immediately available, experts believe it may have been present much earlier than the date of discovery. Professor Yao Afrani is senior researcher in medical entomology and parasitology at the University of Ghana Medical School and led the team that made this discovery.
We don't know the extent of spread, how they are, but we found this by accident. Let me put it that way.
Nima becomes the newest community to record the presence of the new mosquito breed, described by the Ghana Health Service as stubborn and rough.
Through the work that we were doing, the research work that we did, we realized that Anopheles Stephensi is actually breeding within the city of Accra. When we found them only in two places, Dansoman and Tuba in Accra. Right now, we found that within those places they are widespread. We've also seen that they are also in Nima. These are new places that we did not mention initially.
The number of persons admitted in hospitals for malaria cases increased from 351,000 in 2021 to 438,000 in 2022, according to the data from the National Malaria Control Program. Professor Yawafrani believes these numbers may worsen.
So that means that in our country, if we don't do anything about it, what is happening in Djibouti and in Ethiopia would happen in Ghana. They would breed so much and they will cause epidemics of malaria within Ghana.
For many faced with tough life in the capital, this situation presents grave danger to their health. 26-year-old Joshua Asante is one of them. He migrated from his village to the capital in search of greener pastures. But what he found is far from green.
Living here is not easy. Things have become difficult for me since I come. Even though money where I used to buy clothes and other things have become very, very difficult. Maybe I'll wear a clothes by 3 days. I haven't even removed it. You understand?
Exposed to the elements, Joshua finds himself sleeping in the open, vulnerable to the relentless assault of mosquitoes.
During the night, we could not sleep at all. And this time, I think we are still in the rainy season. I think the climate change, so we are still in the rainy season. And if this time like this, it's not easy. You cannot sleep in the night at all. Sometimes I will sleep around 9. But because of the mosquitoes, my eye will open like 4 times before daybreak. Because the mosquitoes are worrying us, to understand. And one problem is malaria is worrying us too much. Every day, this one will say malaria, every day this, and we don't have money to go and buy medicine to understand, to treat that malaria. So we are suffering here. We are suffering. The mosquito is disturbing us a lot.
Samuel Morrison also sleeps outdoor, where he wrestles with mosquitoes every night and often ending up on the losing side.
You not sleep well. That's why. All because of mosquito. So help us to house mosquito, please. The ones that circle is very big. It gives us malaria cry. Oh, plenty people got malaria. Some people go home.
In places like Dansoman, we observed the drains were stagnant and choked with debris. But Dansoman appears one of their favorite spots. And areas like this drain that I sit on, stagnant with overgrown bushes, appears to encourage their population. Asamoah lives and works in Dansoman, and for some months now, he has noticed the tenacity of the mosquito in the area. In 2019, Ghana joined Malawi and Kenya to launch the Malaria Vaccine Implementation Program, part of a multi-pronged strategy to prevent malaria-related disease and death in the country. It targeted children for vaccination in 42 districts across 7 regions. This has yielded positive results with consistent declines in malaria prevalence in Ghana. But the emergence of the new mosquito breed could cause a setback.
If you look at the dynamics of malaria transmission, population comes into play. The urban areas are more populated. So it's an issue of the mosquito density against the urban density.
Dr. Kezia Mam is head of the National Malaria Control Program and is concerned.
The threat is that this mosquito is very efficient, more efficient than the one we have, which is the Gambi, Anopheles gambi, in transmitting. So has the potential of increasing the cases that we are seeing. So it is of concern to us.
According to Professor Yawafrani, the increased number of individuals sleeping outdoors serves as a catalyst for the spread of malaria, as they effectively act as a reservoir for the disease.
They will just buy them, go and lay their eggs, and then they'll increase the number of mosquitoes. So this is a very dangerous population that we are talking about, with people who are sleeping on the streets. By the time they are coming for another blood meal, the people have developed, the parasites have developed within the people, and then they can pick the stage of the parasite that can be transmitted. So when these people are exposed to malaria, mosquito bites, then they become a big reservoir for transmission.
Joshua and Samuel have only one prayer.
The best way is to help us with mosquito net. If they can provide us with mosquito net or even mosquito medicine like Lufat and those tabia, so that we've been taking it often and will be protecting us. Because malaria has killed one boy here just last 2 months.
Every day when I come to sleep, the mosquito worry me. That's why I need mosquito.
How does it worry you?
It dey pain me.
Dr. Mom shares the strategies in dealing with the situation.
Making sure that we don't live, our areas don't have breeding sites for mosquitoes. So that includes clearing where we live to make sure water flows. There isn't collection of, sometimes we put in bowls here and there, we don't cover them. The thing about Anopheles Stephensi is that they will breed in those places, they will breed in the dirty garden, they will breed everywhere. The second thing is that the various interventions that we have, we should accept them and use them. So that includes the mosquito nets. So it's stepwise. We currently have a strategic plan that we are just finishing, that will be launching soon. And the strategic plan is for 5 years. And in that 5-year plan, we are saying that at least we should eliminate malaria in 21 districts.
Logistically, there's been some challenges, but we are still on with funding, because we are not funded to look at for this. So we have to look for more money. We need more help to get to where we are. But the biggest problem everywhere is funding.
In countries like Djibouti, where the Anopheles Stephensi population has firmly taken hold, the health burden has deepened, casting a long shadow over the land. Yet here in Ghana, it is still the dawn of this mosquito's tale. For Joy News, Michael Ashali.